I'm thinking that the mixtape is a bad idea now. Not a bad idea, but I think that I need to like slow down on it and focus on producing my own songs, even if I'm making less music, just because I've been feeling kind of confused about my artistry. I think that making a mixtape too soon is like it. I just feel like I need to cement myself as an artist first and who I am as an artist. And when I listen to my song Cloudless, like it does feel like an accurate representation of who I am as an artist. Obviously, like one song is not going to like represent like my entire like artistry, but I feel like I want to make more songs like it, and I want to also just make like music films and like music videos to like go with my music, and that's gonna be easiest to do if I just have full ownership of the music right now. I think I just need to like stay true to like my original vision, which was to like marry like music and cinema together. And I also was just kind of realizing like there's this like the music that I listen to like from the Western world kind of has like a certain energy about it. And then the music that I like from like 2000s Indian cinema, like the Ravnin soundtrack, like just imagine like that soundtrack performed live at something like Coachella or Lollapalooza be like completely different from anything that's ever been performed there. Not because it's Indian, not just because it's Indian, but because it's like cinematic. Like I feel like I don't know how to describe I feel the difference, but I feel like Western music, the music is more about like the artist and like the artist's experiences and like an individual or something. But I feel like, or even, yeah, an artist do a lot of world building, but there's just something about that like Indian music, like the Ravanan soundtrack and like the Devdas soundtrack, where it just there's just something different about it. I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels very cinematic and like high production and like very like it's not about one artist. It is about like the whole crew that made that movie, you know? Like it's not really centered around like one character. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel that like I need to keep going in this other direction of like trying to make music that sounds cinematic and marrying that with cinematic visuals rather than like trying to make music that sounds like what other people are doing. There's also this other idea of like if I'm making a mixtape and I'm depending on other producers to help me build my sound is always going to be like a combination of what they sound like and what I sound like as an artist. And I just need to define what I sound like as an artist first is really important to me. Like, even if it's going to take more time, like, I think I do need to spend that time, like, learning more about music production. And I don't need to learn everything about music production. Like, even if I can just define a fraction of who I am as an artist and my artistry, like that one song that I've already made, just like then I can just have something to show for myself as an artist. Like this is what I sound like. Like if we marry our creative visions, then this is you can try to imagine it. But right now it's like if I approach another producer, um, like obviously I'm just gonna sound like what they sound like with my lyrics and voice on top of it, which is not bad, which is still good. I would still love to do that. But I would love to do that from the perspective of like I already have my art, you know? Like I already have my artistic world and vision, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I've planned out like my first music video and then my second music video even though I haven't like made the production for the song yet, I had the lyrics, and then I planned out the music video, and it's just become like a lot more feasible for me to even make music videos for like no money, because one of my friends agreed to help me. She has like a iPhone 17 Pro now, and she said she's like free to help me and like free to film me, and I figured out a way to like, you know, just star in the videos myself, even as multiple roles, like multiple characters, and that's kind of just how I want to get my start. But I need to own the music. Like, I need to own the music to make these films. Otherwise, it's just not it's just gonna be a lot harder to move forward with trying to like market them as like fully my artistry if it doesn't feel like it's fully just my artistry. Again, like I'm okay with collaborating with other people. I want to, but I feel like I still need to define myself as an artist, and I'm realizing why that's so important right now when I listen to music that is like from these soundtracks, like these Indian soundtracks that used to really inspire me. They just make me feel different from how Western music makes me feel. And I'm still not able to really explain the exact difference. But I think I just really need to think about like the my artistry and the world that I want to make art in, because I thought I knew, but I think that I need to keep working on it. I need to change it or something. Like, I need to make it more detailed. But I know that my purpose is to make music that is cinematic and works with films that I make, and to also make films that marry the visuals and the sound really well, like in Bollywood. But only certain Bollywood movies. Like, I don't necessarily love all of them. Like, I think some of them are not for me. But Ravenin is always going to be like my favorite Indian movie of all time. It's pretty much like the thesis of what I would want to make. And so I need to like keep that as a North Star, and I think I got kind of distracted by like the idea of trying to find people to collab with that maybe had nothing to do with that, which is still not like bad, you know, because you'd see like an artist like Gali Uchis collaborating with artists that make very different music than her, but the collab like elevates both people's artistry, you know, and like you see the like marriage of the two different styles coming together, you know, it's like not homogenous, it's almost like heterogeneous in a way, of like when she collabs with very different types of artists, like Tyler the Creator. You can see what she's bringing to the table, and that's what I'm feeling like I need to do. Like I think I need to prioritize producing my own music so that I myself can understand what I'm bringing to the table a little bit better, and I want it to be more than just my lyrics and my singing. Like, I want it to be like more like of my own musical inspirations and cinematic inspirations and these kinds of things. So I think I think I do want to operate on like a slower level of like pumping out like music and films together. I think it will be worth it, because I want to make stuff that I feel like really proud of. And I did start working on the mixtape, but I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was as good as like my music. But I think that was like partially a bias towards maybe my own music, and partially me feeling like it just wasn't the most representative of my artistry. So I think when I just define myself as an artist a little bit better, then I'll be able to go back to the mixtape eventually and do it in a way that feels more true to me. Because I do still want to make it. Like, I was still having fun with it. But also because, I realized I can make music videos for a much lower scale than I thought I had to before. Like, I thought I would have to, like, buy a camera and all these things and, like, kind of hire somebody to, like, act in it or to, like, help me film it. But I don't need to do that anymore. I just need to be able to write music videos to start one person. I need to figure out how to do that. But if I can do that, like, my scale is, like, $0. Like, I could be pumping out music videos for, like, $0. Oh, also in locations that I'm allowed to film in. So I do have to keep that in mind. I can't just film anywhere. And I can't, like, steal all the shots. It's not gonna end well. So I have to figure that out too. But yeah, I think just moving forward, I don't want to get too focused on just the film or just the music. Like, I want to stay in this middle lane and prioritize both at the same time. And I think before I was maybe getting too focused on the film, and that was making me feel a little bad because I still wanted to make music, but I just didn't feel like the film was serving the music anymore when the way I was making it at that moment. And now I was moving too far into the music direction, and I was not remembering that the music has to eventually get made into, like, a music video or something, like a music film, be utilized in some kind of, like, visual format, because that is just something that's important to me. And the only, like, that's just something that's important to me. That's what I want to do. I want to direct films that center the music. This is my plan. So, and then I think in the future, I think I need to be, like, a little bit more intentional with what collaborators and producers that I do want to work with. I think maybe the way I was approaching the mixtape wasn't the best way. It was maybe a little bit more like, who would want to work with me? Like, who would be willing? And that's maybe not the best perspective. It should be more like, I really want to work with these kinds of people because working with them would serve my creative vision, or it would serve their creative vision, or it would create something new, which is just as cool. Something like that. So, anyway, this is my new revelation. We're not gonna do the mixtape or work with anyone just yet. Not yet. I'm just gonna keep everything in-house, do everything myself for now, for a couple projects, and make those projects just as strong as possible. So that's my plan, and then I can reevaluate and see if I'm ready to start, like, working with other people and what that would look like and that kind of thing. Okay, sounds like a plan.